Exploring life's what ifs with Grandma and Grandpa.
If your grandmother hadn't moved to Australia, we wouldn't have met.
If your grandfather hadn't asked for a date, we wouldn't have gotten married.
If Grandpa hadn't asked for a date, I wouldn't have been born. If you had known each other in school, perhaps you would have been high school sweethearts.
If your grandmother hadn't agreed to come on a date, we wouldn't have built a life together.
If I had listened to my parents, I would have made different choices.
If I had worked less, I would have spent more time with our family.
If your grandfather had played sports, he would have been fitter.
If Grandpa had played sports, he would have been a boxing champion.
If we had known how important health was, we would have exercised more.
If you had eaten broccoli, maybe you would have developed superpowers.
If I had been more outgoing, I would have made more friends.
If you had kept in touch with your old friends, you would have heard all the latest gossips.
If you had taken more photos, you would have more memories to share.
If I had read more books, I would have been more knowledgeable.
If you had read more books, you might have become a wizard like Harry Potter.
If we had spent more time outdoors, we would have had many adventures.
If you had spent more time outdoors, maybe you would have discovered a hidden treasure.
If I had learned to cook, I would have made delicious meals for our family and friends.
If you had learned to cook, you might have become a famous chef with your own cooking show.
If we had started saving earlier, we would have been able to take you on holidays.
If you had started saving earlier, we could have bought a spaceship by now and explored the galaxy. If you had traveled more when you were younger, you would have seen more places.
If your grandfather had learned to play an instrument, he would have joined a band. If your grandfather had learned dancing, we could have enjoyed dancing together at parties and weddings.
If I had learned dancing, I could have been the life of the party.
If we had learned other languages, we could have easily connected with people from different cultures.
If we had learned other languages, we could have traveled the world without worrying about language barriers.
If you had learned other languages, you could have watched movies in their original language and understood every joke. If you had YouTube back then, you would have followed functional English and hit the notification bell.